Now, the next running back sleeper I have on my list is Jordan James from San Fran. So unlike these other ones where the depth chart's uninspiring and you can find a clear-cut role for him, we know James isn't going to sniff the field so long as Christian McCaffrey is healthy. This is a mere handcuff stab, but Christian McCaffrey has missed at least half the season in 3 of his last 5 seasons. Somebody's been burned by him many, many times. I think Jordan James is the clear-cut number 2 back in this offense. Guerendo, sure, he had some impressive fantasy performances last year. I don't think he's that good at all, though. I think that is more a nod to how good the Kyle Shanahan rush scheme is. We are talking about Jerick McKinnon. I've been raving about Kyle Shanahan, his scheme forever, groomed in that Kubiak mold. The zone blocking is unbelievable. No team runs zone blocking at a higher rate. Over 70% of their rushes were zone rushes, 53% of those being the outside zone. And James was number 3 in this class with 6.6 yards per outside zone run in college. He is an elite outside zone runner on an elite outside zone scheme. And I just see the perfect amount of player talent and fit in a stacked running back class. This was Dane Brugler, one of my favorite analysts, running back 7, 77th overall player after going for 1,476 yards and 15 touchdowns. And the thing with him and why I love him, similar to, again, Manungai, where there's no real breakaway speed. He's not a freak athlete. In fact, his RAS score was 3.87. But all he does is just constantly fall forward. He led the college football in those yards of 10 or more, carries of 10 or more yards. He led the back-to-back year in success rate in 2023 and 2024. They were the best among any running back in the last 4 years. He's the top of that list in back-to-back seasons. So he's constantly getting what's blocked. He's constantly moving forward. This is a guy that is talented enough to force a committee with Bucky Irving, last year's best rookie running back, who was also a 2.27 in the RAS score. So I appreciate athleticism as much as the next guy, but clearly they're doing something there at Oregon where they don't have these freak backs, but they come in and they are just NFL ready. They get what's blocked. And again, the scheme, you look at Jordan Mason, the running back 9 in weeks from 1 to 7 before getting hurt himself. Guerendo pops in for multiple 19-plus point games. And again, not a guy that I think is a great running back. John Lynch is coming out and saying this is a guy we really coveted. We were so happy to come away with Jordan James. So I see a perfect zone running fit. And if CMC, who is under contract till 2027, but they have a big out in 2027 where they could save a ton of money. So if we have another injury-bitten year this year, next year, I think it's only a matter of time before Jordan James gets a real look as the lead running back in this scheme. And if he thrives and once the CMC is done, becomes the future back for the 49ers, you're talking about a dynasty home run in that sense. So I think Jordan James, especially if you have the ability to be patient. The other guys, if you need a running back to play for you now, I think Manungai might bring a little bit more immediate usability. Same with Brashard Smith. But Jordan James, of the 3 guys I've talked about so far, in terms of like long-term dynasty ceiling, I think it's through the roof for a 4th-round pick. So if you have a roster that can be patient, I would say he's actually maybe the top running back sleeper in this class. What do you think of Jordan James?
I think Jordan James is my favorite sleeper of yours, personally.
Love it.
Jordan James has always been efficient on every touch of his, despite, who he's played with. He played with Bucky Irving. So he gets limited touches at Oregon, but for the most part, he made the most of every touch. To my knowledge, I believe he had 0 fumbles on a career 385 carries or so. Which is something Shanahan's going to like, something every NFL coach is going to like. No fumble.
Manungai as well, 670 carries, no fumbles. A common trend there with my sleepers. You're right.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
So another thing with Jordan James is he's got he's very efficient in the red zone. I think he had 31 career touchdowns on just those 386 touches, which is just a crazy nose for the end zone. But Jordan James, we saw with Guerendo last year, like Guerendo is not good. And Jordan James actually is, but Guerendo still got his go because CMC had, both of his knees are absolutely shot. He should be back this year, but I'm not really sure how much more of CMC we see. Someone's got to step up, and they just got rid of Elijah Mitchell. He is a Chief now. And there's a role to be had there, and I think Jordan James can absolutely beat out Isaac Guerendo. The only thing Isaac Guerendo has is speed.
Elite speed too. Yeah, it's freak size speed, but yeah, that's it.
Everyone freaked out when he had that like 50-yard rush last year in garbage time, and everyone added him on waivers, and Guerendo just kind of like fell off.
Right. And he got hurt himself. Injury history there is strong with Guerendo as well. Last James stat I'll toss out there too. 36.5 of his carries went for either a first down or a touchdown. That's pretty crazy efficiency right there. That was number 2 in college as well. So yeah, just an injury away from potentially the most valuable rookie running back in this class. And the running back in front of him has missed half the season in 3 out of 5 years. So I like that math. I think it adds up. And especially if you can be patient, probably my favorite running back sleeper in this class. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.